Welcome, Earth travelers, to the 11th episode of Astrology Roadshow, cycling together Chinese and Western astrologies to reveal important relationship dynamics. Your likes and shares are much appreciated. Be sure to hit the YouTube channel subscribe button so you won't miss out on future episodes, which will continue to help carve a highly conscious path through the tumultuous times we are living in and as we fully embark into the Aquarian age. Using various proven techniques from our astrological toolbox works to achieve high vibrational levels of awareness and is useful to manifest our best individual and natal chart potential. Each person's growing awareness of their contribution is very important during the Aquarian age so we can expand group consciousness. Because although the focus going forward is on reaching lofty goals such as humanitarianism through a group consensus, maintaining understanding of the purpose of each soul's journey is vital in the process. The foundation for the whole is only as good as the sum of its parts. And this is the lesson of the Aquarius-Leo polar axis. In episodes 7 and 10 of Astrology Roadshow, we've touched on unique ways to combine the 12 Chinese year signs and the 12 monthly Western astrology signs. As astrologers, using both of these techniques in analysis proves very rewarding. The personality descriptions together are nothing new, and much info is available about these combinations. Here, we will begin to explore a new technique proving that cycling these two ancient wisdoms together in a certain way reveals amazing truths about our own individual needs within relationships. Personal relationships are the most important choices we will make as individuals throughout a lifetime. They are responsible for defining us as individuals. Who we associate with is integral to helping us reflect about ourselves and our motives, understand our own process, and hopefully live out our best possible destinies. You may have heard of the saying, it is not what you know, but who you know. That is most important. Who you know will determine the circumstances encountered and therefore what you learn. By the way, this makes an obviously great argument for intimately understanding your own natal chart and developing that most valuable relationship, the one you have with yourself. Venus's location within our charts symbolizes the relationship we have in life with what we most love, want, and value. Next month, in mid-November, we will embark into an astrological period that occurs every 18 months and lasts for 3.5 months. Transiting Venus goes retrograde to perception here on Earth. The degrees of 11 through 27 Capricorn will be the journey this time around. Natal Capricorn house placements will be affected largely depending upon natal planetary aspects to Venus's transit path. It is a time when we reevaluate what matters most, and the lessons can be very difficult. Often, Venus retrograde proves to conflict with existing valued personal relationships when compared to other areas of our life affected by the transit. What no longer serves our purposes will be substituted for what does, and that is where some of our most difficult tests and lessons might play out. In other words, we are nudged to evolve further along our paths. Venus retrograde transit serves a good reminder to be aware of the importance of making smart relationship choices to begin with. Understanding this unique Western and Chinese zodiac cyclical pattern will help so we can identify awesome possibilities as soon as the universe has these cross our paths. Let's look at how this works, after which we will go through some real-life examples. As introduced in episode 7, the Chinese zodiac has 4 groups of kinship made up of 3 animal signs each. Direct personality correlations can be made from these 4 groups to 3 modalities within Western astrology: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. There is an important 4th modality which completes the correlations, and that is created when combining mutable and cardinal. Mutable meets cardinal at the seasonal cusp areas of spring, summer, fall, and winter, of course. These solstice and equinox cusp areas serve as the important missing modality. A symbiotic relationship is revealed when combining these 2 zodiacs and matching modalities in this manner. And further, there are cyclical date points within these combinations that reoccur as well. The more exact the birth date point matches up, the more meaningful the compatibility. This theory brings to bear evidence for conscious evolution within soul families. If you believe in reincarnation, then you may be familiar with the idea that we travel lifetimes within these families we create on this plane or planet. These types of relationships can occur naturally and are evidenced within very strong family ties of couples, parents, children, and siblings. These prove to be successful, long-lasting, close or personal, intimate relationships, which serve as a fundamental foundation from which to launch. It brings about a deeper dimensional understanding as to laws of attraction and further explains why there are degrees measuring comparative inner happiness derived from different relationships. It explains why certain people seem to easily speak to our core truth and are a fit to inspire us directly to achieve great heights. It reveals why we each have different needs when seeking out companionship and search for an understanding and spiritual connection that is tailored to our soul's evolution and which helps us gain much confidence in ourselves. These soulmates do not always occur easily as an exact fit, and often it is a matter of degrees. You intuitively are able to measure its authenticity as a fit. When it does balance out and fit well, these are potentially the most fulfilling relationships that leave an enduring and positive impression with the greatest impact on our psyche. Awareness of this knowledge works dramatically to help us and also will encourage us to support each other's unique needs. Of most interest, it is evidence that these relationships can be very unlikely astrological combinations, not easily explainable using synastry methods of either Western sun sign or Chinese year sign compatibilities separately. The unusual but successful results make sense with this technique. Let's take a look at ideal relationship examples involving well-known people and celebrity types. Kirk Douglas and wife Anne, as well as their son Michael Douglas, are arguably representative of a major family dynasty. The successful marriage of Kirk and Anne lasted more than 66 years. Kirk's Sagittarian sun placement and his wife's Taurus sun sign are not considered an immediate matchup within Western astrology. But in this case, the date point, birth date, and sign modality is a conducive fit for each other's Chinese signs, the dragon and goat. That makes it a natural and satisfying fit together. Michael Douglas easily followed in his father's path and is truly the product of this couple, certainly in a spiritual sense. His birthday, near the cusp area of Virgo Libra at the fall equinox, is located right at the comfortable combination date point area with his year sign, the monkey. His choice to marry Catherine Zeta-Jones, who also has the same birthday, although not the same kinship in Chinese year, seems to be a testament to confirm a sense of inner satisfaction he has with his birth date. Oprah Winfrey and her steady beau, Stedman, are another awesome example of how this works beautifully. This couple has been together a very long time, more than 35 years, yet they remain unmarried and happily independent. It is no wonder when you notice their birth dates are each at a comfortable date point area, indicating much self-satisfaction would be derived. They are strong standing alone, but even stronger when together. Typically, the horse and rabbit would not be considered a good match in Chinese astrology. As well, an Aquarian sun sign is not thought to be a long-term match with a Pisces, so this relationship would seem on the surface to be against all odds. Quite the contrary. The individual matchup of modalities and date point areas for each of their respective sun and Chinese years makes this a mutual admiration society, sure to be an uplifting and balanced out spiritual connection. Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick serve as a great example of a couple that works together to fit each other in combination. Their sun signs Cancer and Leo, as well as their Chinese years Dog and Snake, would be considered low to moderate on the compatibility scales. However, Their respective sun signs are very much a modality fit for each other's Chinese years. The date point areas are in balance with each other, and they would seem to be a very tuned-in couple to each other's needs. This, again, making for a match made in heaven. The proof is there for 33 years of successful, high-profile marriage. Finally, let's take a look at the comedian actor Alan Alda, who is married to Arlene, his wife of 64 years. He was born in the year of the rat with an Aquarius sun sign. His wife is a Pisces rooster. Again, Pisces and Aquarius are not at all considered high likelihood for long-term matchup. Furthermore, the rat and rooster are definitely not known to be a great match either. The way it works is the rat, Alan, is assigned a date point area at his wife's birthday, and likewise, the rooster, Arlene, is a comfortable fit at her husband's birthday. This pairing is destined to work together harmoniously. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I would love to hear from you in any stories relative to this technique. If you have any questions, you can always contact ars@astrologyroadshow.com. Or, if you would like to learn more about achieving this compatibility, my book, detailing much more explanation and providing the exact cycling and date points described in this video, will be available soon. Meanwhile, catch up with you again next episode.